at Africa and see if we can find any evidence of sheet water flow. And right from the get-go, we see massive ripple formations. Let's see, in miles. It's over 1 mile in wavelength. Let's do another spot. So I'm measuring from end of trough to end of trough. And that's over 1 mile. Okay. Over here we see a nice set of drumlins. Drumlins and ripples are the two main features of sheet water flow. Let's try to follow this path and see where it goes. We see how it cascades down these mountains and it flows right into the ocean. Okay, these are massive drumlins. Let's just take a look at how thick they are, or how wide they are. 0.8 of a mile. And then we can see where ripples start to come into play. All right, so this is the cross section between drumlins and ripples. And that's where you're going to find mounds. So there's some mound-like features in these areas. Here's some smaller ones. Let's take a look at these ripples. Okay, now they're getting a little bigger. I mean, this right here is the most beautiful patch of ripples. One and a quarter mile wide, or in wavelength rather. What a feature. This has to be one of the greatest features of sheet water flow in the entire world. In my opinion, I think it's got to be one of the best. Look at these drumlins. It's just absolutely perfect. Okay, let's go to another spot. Way down here. Spot the massive alluvial fan over 100 miles wide. And then zoom in, and you will find yourself another beautiful set of drumlins. So this was made from sheet water flow. Each of these paths were dug out by the water current. Now, people might think that water doesn't make perfectly straight lines like this, that water makes curving paths like a river. And at the slow-moving, meandering speed, yes, they meander. But at sheet water flow is exactly what creates these parallel path features. And sheet water flow moves quite rapidly. Okay. I don't know why nobody talks about these features, but they are the most interesting. So if this was found in Alaska or Canada, everybody would be all hooting and hollering about glaciers, right? It's got nothing to do with glaciers at all. Absolutely nothing. But it does have something to do with salt, because they are extremely correlated with salt deposits. And there's a reason for that. Okay? There is a reason for that. Because it's explaining what type of water created this. And it wasn't fresh water. That's a big hint. Let's go back to the top. Check out this spot here. Unbelievable. Let's look at the width of this guy. 27.5 miles wide. So there was a river 27.5 miles wide to make these river channels. Okay, these are river banks. The river terrace is in the middle. And is there a creek in here? There's not even a creek. This is how arid of a region this is. You cannot even find the remnants of a creek anywhere in this valley. But you find drumlins and ripples. And let's check out the ripple wavelength. 812 feet. Okay, this is way bigger than what you would find in Washington. Okay, so it's quite obvious that something catastrophic water flowed like this across Africa, came across, you can follow the drumlin paths, came all the way across the continent and flowed out back into the ocean. Okay, you got that? You start at the ocean here. If you look at the way this is directional, this is all pushed up onto land. It's showing a current, a pushing current, coming like this direction. Okay. So follow that, a current coming like this, and you just follow the drumlins. The drumlins make it real easy to see where the current went. And then you got salt deposits, of course, massive ripples here, massive ripples here. This kind of has a streamlined formation around it. And then it comes and goes back into the ocean from whence it came. Now that's the erosion of the earth, baby. That's how the earth was eroded. And every continent in the world tells the same story if you know how to read it properly. So better subscribe and I will show you exactly how to read it properly. And all the cool little spots that you'd never hear about. So thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you again in the next video. And I encourage everyone to go onto Google Earth for themselves and just take a look at what I've shown you and have fun exploring the world and understanding erosion the only way it's able to be understood. Thank you.